This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 309 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by Equestrian Collections. Visit them at equestriancollections.com. Hi, Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky. I've done this introduction to this show 309 times now, and I just could not get through it today. I don't know what it was about the introduction, getting it done today, but it was tough. It was definitely tough. Well, as you're listening to this, my next guest is staying at our house for a week for the World Equestrian Games, and that's Jackie Baker. She writes a blog called RegardingHorses.com, and I met Jackie she was the first guest on the first show on the Horse Radio Network that we ever did. So she's been here since the very beginning, and we're glad to have her over. And I'm certain I am glad, as we're recording this ahead of time, I'm glad that we're at the World Equestrian Games together. And of course, you can follow all of our coverage for the World Equestrian Games at horseradionetwork.com. Her blog is called Regarding Horses, and it is a terrific blog, and it's also a great place to follow the happenings at the World Equestrian Games. She's a terrific writer, and she always keeps you up to date on what's going on. And she shares with us the secrets of writing a successful horse blog and blogging and basically websites in general. She's a bit of an expert on that. She works for a company that does that kind of thing called SiteLogic. Well, we'll be right back with Jackie's first tip after I tell you a little bit about a company that I know she shops with, and that's Equestrian Collections. It's coming up to the fall and winter, and it's time to stock up on blankets and sheets and jackets and coats. The old ones that you have are probably worn out. They need replaced. You put them aside and said, I'll deal with that next winter. Well, guess what? Fall and winter are right around the corner, and it's time to start dealing with that. The fall and winter merchandise is in at equestriancollections.com. You can find everything for you, for your husband, for your kids, for your horse, for your pony, whatever you need for fall and winter, you can find at equestriancollections.com at a price you can afford. You know, that's something we don't talk about too often, is they have tremendous prices over there. So all I ask is if you haven't stopped by yet, please do. If you're a regular shopper, keep in mind it's that time of year to start taking a look at all of the fall and winter merchandise. And now, Jackie Baker. Well, hi, Jackie, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Hi, Glenn. Good to be back.
Well, it's always nice to have you on. We're here on our quest to make equestrian websites and blogs better in this world.
My two favorite things, horses and blogs.
There you go. So tell us how we're going to help people today.
Today we are going to talk about the key components of a great blog.
Okay, great. Yeah.
All right. And we're talking very specifically about what's on your page, what's in your sidebar, and what's in your menu. Because sometimes that's information people don't really know. What do I actually need to have on the blog? Obviously, the first thing is your articles. And, really the main point here is a good blog posts regularly. We've talked about this in an earlier Horse Tip Daily blogging tip, and we talked about how at the very, very least post once a week. Optimal would be to post maybe 2 or 3 times a week, or even a little bit more than that. So, that's the number one component of a great blog, is posting regularly.
Okay.
A couple of other things you want to make sure your blog has are an about page and a contact page. And we talk about the about pages in a little bit on the Horse Tip Daily about adding personality to your blog. It's important for people to know what this blog is about, who is writing it. You don't necessarily have to give them tons of details about your life, but just give them a little insight and let them know who you are. The third thing would be to make sure you have a contact page. And most blogging software allows you to set up a contact form where instead of just giving somebody your email address, there's a form on the site where they can put their name, their email, their website, and send you a message. And these are great because they really, really cut back on the amount of spam that you get. When you just post your email address on your website, that's when the spam bots pick it up and start sending you all kinds of junk. But contact pages are great because you have readers who will use them. You'll have companies who want to send you a product to review who will use it to contact you. Sometimes you'll have people who say, hey, here's a topic that you're really interested in. We could offer you a guest post who will use that to contact you. So you want to make it easy for people to contact you
I
as
can't
well.
tell you how many times I have seen very interesting blogs, and I've tried to contact them to get them on our radio shows,
Yep.
you know, in front of tens of thousands of people, and I can't get a hold of them. You know, they make it impossible. That's
And
how
the
I got a
contact
hold
form
of
is
you,
great.
actually. When we first started the Horse Radio Network, I found your blog, loved it, and I contacted you through your blog. If you didn't have that there, you wouldn't be here today, you know? So,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be on our show
That's
today. You'd be here, but you wouldn't be on our show. Yeah.
I'd be here. Yeah. Contact pages are a good thing. And just a little tip, if you can't do a contact form and you put your email address on there, just don't link it. Just make it regular text because it's going to be much less likely you'll get the spam that way. That's
Or
an extra little hint for you.
Or even better, make it a little picture. Make it a little picture of your phone number.
Yeah, put it in an image.
Yeah, put it in an image, and then that way you won't have that
Yep.
problem either. Well, that's great. I think, too.
Hey,
I think that's about it. The other thing I would add, did I miss where you said a sitemap?
I did not talk about a sitemap. Really, I'd say the best kind of sitemap for a blog is to make sure that you're using categories. WordPress is set up with these. Most blogging software is set up with these. So what you want to do is come up with maybe 8 to 10 or a few more broad topics that you are covering on your blog. You know, put those as categories and make sure that you assign all of your posts to categories. That's how typically people, you know, get around websites.
Right.
Blogs specifically is through the topic-based categories.
Great. All right, Jackie. Well, thank you very much. Where can people find your blog and more about you?
You can find me at regardinghorses.com. We've been on the web for almost 3 years now. Very exciting. And if you have specifically web marketing questions, you can also find me through my company at sitelogic.com.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much, Jackie. You're doing a great job. Well, thanks to Jackie. You can follow her again at Regarding Horses. Follow all of her coverage of the World Equestrian Games right over there at regardinghorses.com. If you have any questions about blogging, you can send them to me at Glenn@horseradionetwork.com, and I'll be sure Jackie gets them so she can answer you right away. Well, we'll be back again tomorrow with another new horse tip and a different expert. Until then, stay safe, everyone.